Today is International Survivors of Suicide Loss Day. Events across the country being held in which survivors of suicide loss come together to find connection, understanding, and hope through their shared experience.
There are 4 of those events happening in the Chicago area, and joining us now is Angela Cummings. She's the executive director for the American Foundation of Suicide Prevention. Angela, thank you so much for coming in.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Tell us more about these events that are happening in our area today, because I imagine that the community building and, being able to connect with others is a great source of healing.
Sure. So the mission of the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention is to save lives and bring hope to those affected by suicide. And it's that second half of that statement that we're really focusing on today, bringing hope to people who have lost loved ones to suicide. It's a certain type of grief that is very unique when you lose someone to suicide, and it really affects so many people in the community. Anybody who just sort of knows someone who died by suicide will think, is there something I could have done? Is there something I missed? And so that grief is so unique, and that is why this day was designated by Senator Harry Reid, actually, in 1999. He lost his father to suicide and proposed a resolution to the Senate and said, I think we need to have a special day for suicide loss survivors. So that's what we're doing today, all across the country and internationally. Actually, it's International Survivors of Suicide Loss Day. So there are events happening all across the world. The events today are just to bring people together, just sharing that grief and knowing that there's hope, and having community and being able to share your stories is so powerful for that healing journey.
How difficult is it for survivors to continue on and not do the what if, or I should have seen, or I should have known?
That is very difficult for suicide loss survivors. And as I said, it's this very specific type of grief. So the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention produces a documentary film every year that is shown at these events. And the documentary films are so great because they are real suicide loss survivors who are talking about those exact things, those very complicated feelings of grief, but also guilt, questioning. So it's really a kind of a heavy load for people to bear when they're lost survivors from suicide. And just coming together and being able to share those feelings is so empowering for people as they go on this healing journey, for sure.
And the timing of this, as we were talking in the break, is really important and critical, because as we head into the holiday season, we know it's very difficult and challenging for a lot of people.
Absolutely. The holidays are particularly hard for people who are grieving, and particularly for people who have lost loved ones to suicide. And so you just have to kind of think about what traditions are important to you, what traditions you really want to keep, or is it time to just let those traditions go? You really just have to be kind to yourself and have that self-forgiveness and compassion, and just do what feels right for your family. If it's not the right thing to serve that dish anymore that person used to bring, then just let that go, and it's okay to let that go, and it's okay to grieve in the way that you need to get through this.
And you bring a personal connection to your work, and you speak from experience. Talk about that and how you managed to work through the pain of the loss.
Yeah, so I lost my grandfather to suicide about 30 years ago, and then my husband and I lost a very dear friend to suicide about 13 years ago. And they were very different types of people and very different types of events, but the grief is the same. You think, what could I have done? What did I miss? Is there something I could have done? What can we all do to help each other to get through these difficult times? So this is why I am very fortunate to do this work. It's not just a job for me, it's my passion. And I can tell you that American Foundation for Suicide Prevention is full of volunteers and staff who are equally passionate about the cause. It gives us purpose for our pain, I guess you would say. Yeah.
And to know that you are not alone.
Absolutely. Knowing that you're not alone is huge. And we do know that suicide loss survivors, they do have an elevated risk for suicide just because of that type of loss. So it's also prevention as well. So, yeah.
Angela, thank you so much for coming in this
Angela.
morning.
Appreciate it.
Again, in the Chicagoland area, several events happening today in the city, in Crystal Lake, in Elgin, and Schaumburg as well. For more information on times and locations, you can check the website. We've got it posted right there on your screen. It's afsp.org. And just another reminder for you, if you or someone you know is in crisis, you can always call or text the National Lifeline at 988. Top stories coming up next. Stay with us.